Okay, before I let you guys in on my favorite trip, I am going to give you a little background and insight on why I chose this trip. I moved out to Colorado at the young age of 18. Um, and it did not work out. Unfortunately, I moved back after 6 months, and I didn't really get to see much or do much when I was out there. So when I moved back, it was a goal of mine to save up money and hopefully go back out there in the next couple of years. I love to travel, so when I turned 21, my birthday present was to go back out and visit Colorado Springs. When I was there, I got to hike through the Pike National Forest, visit the Wines of Colorado, and see incredible views from the top of Pikes Peak. Hiking through the Pike National Forest was an adventure. Hours and hours on end, miles daily, every day. Along all the trails, I came across a lot of creeks and reservoirs and a lot of different hidden spots. Went in some creeks and got a little wet. A lot of the reservoirs, there was about 3 or 4 of them on my first trip, my first hiking trip, and the water was super clear. I could see fish swimming by the banks, and I could even see the rocks and the sand on the bottom. It was so clear. It was just crystal clear. And the higher up elevation I got, hiking, the air was kind of thin, and my asthma, it was kind of hard to breathe. But it actually wasn't that bad because the air was just so much more crisp and clean and refreshing. I got shin splints from hiking so much. I think it was probably like 4 days into my trip. So I was there for about a week, so it was halfway through. And my shins were killing me. I was so mad. So I took the day off. I was like, okay, well, what else does Colorado have to offer? And I found a winery close by. And conveniently called the Wines of Colorado. And I learned a lot when I was there. I expected just to eat and drink wine and sit by the creek and, have fun. But the winery was huge. They actually have this vineyard about an hour away. The elevation ranges from like 4,000 feet to 7,000 feet, which is the highest elevated vineyard in the world. I didn't get to actually go there though, but and it's actually the perfect climate for grapes because of the hot days and the cold evenings. It's kind of like Italy and France, the environmental factors and the elevation. So it's a lot of the red wines are they told me taste similar to the ones grown up there. The highest elevation that I ended up reaching was when we went up to the top of Pikes Peak, which the views were incredible. I still had shin splints when I decided to go up to Pikes Peak, so I drove most of the way. I ended up renting a brand new Jeep Cherokee, 2015 or 2016 Jeep Cherokee, which was amazing. Also kind of terrifying driving up Pikes Peak. It was the narrow dirt roads were about that wide, and the Jeep was like this wide. Sharp curves. Pikes Peak is 14,000 feet in the air, or 14,114 feet in the air. Driving up, it's going to take a while anyway, but every 5 or 10 minutes there was another spot to pull off, another outlet to see, or, oh, there's a trail, let's go hike it. So we started at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and we didn't finish until like dark when we got back down. So it definitely took all day. At the top of Pikes Peak, I was able to see the Rocky Mountains, which from Colorado Springs, it's about 2 hours and 30 minutes north. So it's a little above Denver, the Rocky Mountain National Park, but we were so high up I could just see a panoramic view just of the mountains. And I thought that was kind of cool. And not everyone thinks of mountains as like a vacation spot. Oh, the beach or the sand or the water. But I chose this as my vacation, and I think everyone should experience a different state or a different country or a different region of the United States just to see the different terrain in the mountains. And I found out Colorado has a lot more to offer than what I saw when I lived there. So it was a great trip.
Yeah.